Hi, in this video I'm going to solve 4 questions of two-step inequality word problems. The first question is, Kim's softball team was playing in the championship game. When there were 4 innings left, the team was losing by a score of 17 to 6 runs. In the last 4 innings, her team scored the same number of runs per inning. And the other team did not score any more runs. Kim's team won with the most runs. Write an inequality to determine the number of runs per inning. P. Kim's team could have scored. Okay, so I don't know the rules of softball. I didn't play softball, so I don't know what innings are and what runs are. But let's try to figure out so each inning they score the same number of runs. Okay, so the other team, okay, so the situation is we have 4 innings left. The other team is leading 17 to 6, which means Kim's team, okay, so the other team has 17. The score of the other team is 17. Okay, so Kim's team, to begin with, has 6 runs. And now we add 4 innings times an unknown number of runs per inning, P. And this combined score, 4 innings times the runs per inning, has to be greater than 17. So this is the inequality. Okay, because if Kim's team is to win the game, the initial score of 6 plus all the score they got on the last 4 innings has to be greater than 17. Okay, so this is the inequality. 6 plus 4p has to be greater than 17. Now we need to simplify this inequality to answer the next question, which is find the minimum whole number of runs per inning. Whole number. Minimum whole number of runs per inning Kim's team could have scored. Okay, so let's see. So first I will subtract 6 from both sides of the inequality to get rid of this 6 and to be left with only 4p on the left hand side of the inequality. Okay, so when I subtract 6 from both sides of the inequality, I am left with 4p on the left hand side of the inequality, and it has to be greater than 17 minus 6 is 11. Okay, so now I divide both sides of the inequality by 4 to isolate the p on the left hand side of the inequality. So p has to be greater than 11 divided by 4. Okay, so p has to be greater than 4 goes into 11 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8, and we have 3 left. So it's 2 3/4. So since they are asking for the minimum whole number of runs per inning, so it has to be at least 3 runs per inning. Because if we take the 2, it won't be enough. Okay, so it has to be 3. Minimum of 3 runs per inning. Good. Katie wants to collect over 100 seashells. Over 100 seashells. Okay. Let me increase the size. Okay, so she wants to collect over 100 seashells. So we need to write an inequality, so I will put 100 on one side of the inequality, and on the other side we need to reach a number that is greater than 100. She already has 34 seashells to begin with. Each day she finds 12 more seashells on the beach. Katie can use fractions of days to find seashells. Write an inequality to determine the number of days D. So we need to add to the 34 initial seashells she has in her collection the number of each day she finds 12 more seashells. So 12 times D, which is the number of days it will take Katie to collect over 100 seashells. Okay, so 34 plus 12 more seashells times the number of days will have to be greater than 100. Okay, so this is the inequality. 33 plus 12D has to be greater than 100. Okay. Now we need to simplify this inequality to know what the solution set is. So first I will subtract 34 from both sides of the inequality. So here I subtract 34 and here I subtract 34. So on the left hand side of the inequality I'm left with 12D, and it has to be greater than 100 minus 30 is 70, and 70 minus 4 is 66. So 12D has to be greater than 66, right? 66 plus 34, 7, and 3 is 10, okay. So now to isolate the D, I need to divide both sides of the inequality by 12. So on the left hand side I have D, and it has to be greater than 66 divided by 12. Okay. 12 goes into 60 5 times, right? 5 times 12, 5 times 10 is 50, 5 times 2 is 10, so 5 times 12 is 60, and then 60, and so it's 5.5, okay? So 66 divided by 12, 12 goes into 66, 5 times 12 is 60, I have a remainder of 6, and I bring down 0, and it's 5.5. Okay, so D has to be greater than 5.5. Okay, so the circle has to be here on 5.5. The solution set is all the numbers that are greater than 5.5, and the circle has to be open because 5.5 is not included in the solution set. Good. The dance committee of Pine Bluff Middle School earns $72 from a bake sale and will earn $4 for each ticket they will sell to the Spring Fling dance. Dance will cost $400. Write an inequality to determine the number T of tickets the committee could sell to have money left over after they pay for this year's dance. Okay, so on one side we have 400, which is the cost. And the number of dollars that they make, that they earn, should be greater than $400, okay, because they need money left over to sell, to have, okay, so the money they make needs to be greater than $400, which is what the dance costs. Okay, so to begin with, they earn $72 from the bake sale, plus $4 for each ticket, times T, which is the number of tickets. Okay, so this is the inequality. 72 plus 4 times T has to be greater than $400. So this is the inequality. Now we need to simplify this inequality. So first I will get rid of the 72 on the left hand side, so I'm left with just the 40. So minus 72 here and minus 72 here. Okay, so $400 minus 72. To go from 72 to 100, I need to add 28. 28, so it's 328. Make sure it's 328 plus 72. This is 10, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 7 is 10, and this is 4, yeah. Okay, so 40 has to be greater than 328, and now I divide both sides of the inequality by 4 to isolate the t. So t has to be greater than 328 divided by 4, which is 4 goes into 32. 8 times 4 is 32. No remainder. Now I bring down the 8. 4 goes into 8 2 times. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. No remainder. So 82. T has to be greater than 82. So C is the correct answer. Good. Rina pushes the elevator button, but the elevator does not move. The mass limit for the elevator is 450 kilograms. Okay. But Rina and her load of identical packages mass a total of 620 kilograms. Each package has a mass of 37.4 kilograms. Write an inequality to determine the number of packages P Rina could remove from the elevator to meet the mass requirement. Okay, so she begins with 620 kilograms. And after and on the other side we have 400. So after she gets rid of the packages, she needs to weigh less than or equal to 450. Okay, so she begins with 620, and now she subtracts. Each package weighs 37.5 times P, which is the number of packages she could remove to meet the mass requirement. Okay, so even if she gets to exactly 450, it's okay. Because at 450, the elevator would still run. Okay, so this is the inequality, 620 minus 37.4 P has to be less than or equal to 450. $620 minus 37.5 P, 37.4 P has to be less than or equal to 450. Okay, so now what is the minimum whole number of packages Rina? Minimum whole number of packages Rina needs to remove from the elevator to meet the mass requirement. Okay, so first I will subtract 620 from both sides of the equation, of the inequality, sorry. Okay. So on the left-hand side of the inequality, I'm left with 37.4 P has to be less than or equal to 450 is positive, 620 is negative, so the result is the difference between the two. The difference between the two is 620 minus 450. So this is 0, regroup, so this is 5 and this is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7, 5 minus 4 is 1, and the result 170 is negative because 620 is greater than 450, so the result here is minus 170. Now to isolate the P, I need to divide both sides of the inequality by minus 37.4. And since I'm dividing by a negative number, this will flip the inequality sign, and now the inequality will become P has to be greater than or equal to minus 170 divided by minus 37.4. Okay. So negative divided by negative is positive, so this is the same thing as 170 divided by 37.4. Now I can get rid of the decimal point here and add 0 here. So in fact I have multiplied both the numerator and the denominator by 10. So I get a divisor which is without the decimal point, which is a whole number. So 1700 divided by 374. 374, let's say 4 times 300 is 1200. Let's say it's 400. I will go with 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 7 is 28. Plus 1 is 29. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Okay, now I need to regroup. So the 7 becomes 6, and this becomes 10, and this becomes 9, and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 9 is 0. 6 minus 4 is 2. And 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. See what the calculator says, not the calendar, the calculator. About 170 divided by 37.4. Whoa. Okay. So the minimum whole number has to be greater than 5. I need to round it up to the closest whole number. So the answer to the second question is 5. Good. Thank you for watching. Okay, so at last I've succeeded in solving this practice flawlessly. So now I will move on to the next. Oh, okay. So in the next video I'm going to take quiz 3. Quiz 3 will be about two-step inequalities, one-step inequalities. So I will see you in the next video.